Hello everybody, Charlie's Cards here. Welcome back to another video, Baseball Card Sunday. And what I'm bringing to the table tonight is I've been through some of my Bowman, and I got prospects that are coming alive. They're in the big show. They're making a presence in the big show, and that makes a big difference when you got Bowman and they're in the big show. I also got a box of 91 Fleer and a box of 86 Tops. So what I did was I went through each one of those big old boxes and brought some of the great cards out of those stacks to show you guys what's going on in each one of them sets. So let's look at prospects. It's always neat, like I say, when we go in through our Bowman stuff, you know, that's been sitting there for well over a year now. And we go in there and we find guys that we've grown familiar with because they're in the big show. And we've set them aside and go, hey, that guy's in the big show, which includes Joey Bart, who's catching for the Giants. I believe he was their top prospect, and he's made it into the big show. And so I had this Bowman Platinum Purple, and you can see it's numbered to 250. 188 out of 250. I really like that purple refractor color that Bowman Platinum brings to the Joey Bart card. So that's Joey Bart. And then I got the top 100 out of Bowman 2019. And he was number 33, so that's more refractor color there, huh? Joey Bart. And then I got the Joey Bart Bowman Platinum, so he was top number 4 in the Bowman Platinum series, and this is like their super sparkly one. I think it was probably in the Bowman Mega Box or something like that, and that's a really shiny one. So that's a good Joey Bart card to have. And then in my Bowman Platinum, I got a Griffin Canning auto, so I thought that was cool. In the Platinum, they are sticker autos, but not a bad card. Top prospect number 49. So he has been pitching pretty good for a rook. And then I got Yordan Yamamoto pitching for the Florida Marlins. Miami Marlins. So Yordan Yamamoto made it to the big show. So this is his on-card auto first Bowman card. So that's not a bad deal there. Never a bad deal when he makes it to the big show and you got a couple of his cards. And then the other day I watched this young man pitch who did pretty good. They call him D or DEI, Devi. So they call him D Garcia. So Devi Garcia with the New York Yankees. Obviously they're in need of some pitchers. So they called this young man up and he made a pretty good showing the other day. So I have a Bowman Chrome First Bowman, and then I have a Bowman Platinum of Devi Garcia. So it's always good to go through your Bowmans once in a while and see what you got when it comes to rooks, prospects, guys that are making it into the big show and keeping an eye on them. Kind of like Joe Adell. When a ball bounces out of your glove and goes over the fence, Joe Adell, that doesn't really turn out that well. So the first set is the 1986. You'll be familiar with that style card. That's a Topps 1986. That's the Cal Ripken. So you look at the back, the number on the back on the bottom there, and you add 1 year to most all sports cards, and you can tell what year your card is. So let's go through some of the notables. This is all the Hall of Famers, notables, rookies, that kind of thing. So I set that up for the 91 Fleer and for the 86 Topps. So let's go through some. This one's kind of fun. This is Vincent Van Gogh. So Vince Coleman set a rookie record for the most stolen bases by a rookie at 110. And they called him Vincent Van Gogh. So, Vince Coleman. Always like a base stealer because one of my favorite players was a base stealer. Right? And that's this guy right here, Ricky Henderson. That's a lot later on in his career when he's left the A's and gone to the New York Yankees. So they have some of his stats here. He was an all-star in this year. And this is a 1980, so this is 85 stats. Ricky Henderson. There's a Don Mattingly, AL All-Star. Donnie Baseball. And there's the Cal Ripken All-Star, a young-looking Cal Ripken. So this is 86. So he was a rook in 82. So I'd say it's a 4-year card. They're talking about game-winning percentage, RBIs, game-winning RBIs. All right, so let's take a stack of these and look through some of these rooks. See these 86 Topps. There's a Cal Ripken. Well, I was looking for centering, and that Cal Ripken's pretty nicely centered. That'll go in my A's PC, Raleigh Fingers. There's another A's when he was on the Cubs, Dennis Eckersley, the Eckman. There's the Man of Steel, Ricky Henderson. There's Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. This is probably the most valuable card in the set. Not a rookie card, but a second year. Roger Clemens. Unfortunately, a little out of center, right, left, and top to bottom. But still a nice card. It's in decent shape. You can see that there's not much whiting on the black portion of the card. It's just a little off center. Another of the more valuable, and this Nolan Ryan actually is in very nice shape. Nicely centered. Now look at this one. This is definitely a print error. This is a Bruce Bochy card. And I was thumbing through them and I saw this. I was like, yikes. So I had to show you guys that one. Wow. Looks like Bruce was part of a crime scene or something. That's definitely a little bit of the red ink spilled over onto his card there and made a mess all over the front of Bruce. And then they got the Pete Rose. What do they call these? The Pete Rose years. So this is card number 7. And what they do is they have 3 or 4 of his cards on each one of these, the Topps cards on each one of these cards here, 1 through 6. And then his card is card number 1 in the 86 set. So there's the 83, 84, 85. There's the 79, 80, 81, 82, Pete Rose. There's the 75, 76, 77, 78. There's the 71, 72, 73, 74. Now we're starting to have quite a bit of value in these cards. These are getting even more valuable. There's the 67, 68, 69, and 70. Some nice looking cards. And here's the big boys here. This is the 63, so that's the rookie card. Pete Rose shares the card with 4 floating heads. Kind of a really unusual rookie card for it being a rookie to have 4 floating heads like that. Kind of an unusually ugly card for a rookie card of that stature, because that is a valuable rookie card, especially in good condition. So there's the 64, 65, and 66. The 64, 65, 66 are very young Pete Rose. There's the All-Star Rookie Cup card for Pete Rose. And the 2 on the bottom, great looking cards. So one thing about the 67 is that it's him batting left, and then the 69 is him batting left. All the other ones, mostly all batting right. And here's the 1986 Topps Pete Rose. And if you haven't seen the back of these, that's card number 1. That's the Pete Rose. And look at the Reds. Phillies, Expos, Reds. So he went back to Cincinnati. All right, here's the rookie cards for the set. There's the Ozzie Guillen rookie card. Top to bottom, good. Left to right, not as well. Mickey Tettleton rookie card. There's 4 notables in this 86 set. Ozzie, Mickey. Here's Darren Dalton, notable rookie card for this set. And this is probably the most familiar one, Cecil Fielder, whose son went on to be quite a home run basher. A lot stockier. And then we'll go through some of the Hall of Famers and notables and take a look at some of these. There's a Billy Martin manager card for the Yankees. Hall of Famer Alan Trammell. Hall of Famer Harold Baines. Harold always takes great pictures for his baseball cards. There's a Fred Lynn. Bert Blyleven. Mike Schmidt. Dwight Evans. Ozzie Smith. Wade Boggs. There's a nice Tony Gwynn. Notable card for the set. Ted Simmons, who will probably be inducted next year when Jeter and whoever else is in the next class gets inducted. There's Rich Gossage. George Brett. Eddie Murray. Fernando Valenzuela. Lee Smith. And Tim Rock Raines. Grab another little pile. Got some more. A lot of stars in this one. Paul Molitor. Dale Murphy. This is a complete set. That's kind of neat about buying a complete set for this year, is you got all the cards in it. And most of the time they're pretty reasonable. There's Hall of Famer Robin Yount. Kurt Gibson. Rest in peace. The recently passed away, Tom Seaver. I believe I hear news that he passed away from COVID-19. Unfortunate. Great guy, great pitcher. Passionate about his performance. Gary Carter. Jack Morris. Kirby Puckett. Carlton Fisk. Andre Dawson. Oral Hershiser. Ryan Sandberg. Dwight Gooden. Willie McGee. You know, Lance McCullers Jr. This is his daddy, Lance McCullers. Don Baylor, Ron Darling. There's Donnie Baseball. Very nice looking 86 Donnie Baseball. Vincent Van Gogh. There's a Phil Garner from the Astros before he had a big old mustache. Jim Rice. Dave Parker with the Reds. He's still a Pittsburgh Pirate to most of us. Joe Carter, Cleveland Indians. Bill Buckner. There's the Pete Rose manager card. Steve Carlton. Steve Garvey, he has a little bit of that ink problem as well. Darrell Evans. Dave Stewart with the Phillies. Harold Reynolds. Rod Carew. Vida Blue, one of my A's favorite. Darryl Strawberry. Bruce Sutter. And if you don't know where the surgery came from, this is Tommy John. Tommy John surgery. This is the first guy to have his elbow surgically repaired by a piece of rope. All right, so that's the 86 set. Pretty cool set. A lot of notables. Now let's move on over to the to the 1991 Fleer set. And when we look and think about the Fleer set, the most notable portion of the Fleer set, there's no notable rookie in this set, but this set carries the Pro Vision. And in the complete set, it comes with 4 Pro Vision cards. But if you were able to get wax packs or a box of these, you would get a lot more. And if you'd see some of them, they're really cool. They're a darker color card. And here's the Barry Bonds, which is kind of cool because it's got the bat kind of smoking with a demon on it. There's the back of those. It gives you a lot of history, career. And so there's 4 cards in this set that comes in the Pro set. It also comes with the World Series cards with the Oakland A's. There's Ricky, the Man of Steel. Look, he's got wings on his shoes. Really cool. Ryan Sandberg. With the Cubs. And Dave Stewart. All right, so in this set, there are some notables. In other words, some of the best of the best. This is one of the most valuable cards in the set is the Nolan Ryan with the Texas Rangers. Nicely centered Nolan Ryan card. So I'm happy to add that to my Nolan Ryan collection. There's a Mark McGwire. 91 Fleer, Mark McGwire. If you haven't seen the back of these, all yellow with a round picture, name, and stats, and part of the Bash Brothers. Mark McGwire. There's the Bo Jackson 91 Fleer, Kansas City Royals. There's the other Bash brother, Jose Canseco. There is the most valuable card in the set, or the next 3 probably are Barry Bonds with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Here's the Ken Griffey Jr. with the Seattle Mariners. Pretty cool. Looks like he's about ready to walk her off. And then this is the most valuable card in the set. As far as it being a baseball card, the Pro Vision cards are probably the most valuable in the set, depending on which one you get. But this is, as baseball cards go, second generation stars, talking about Griffey and Bonds, who their fathers both played in Major League Baseball. So it's a cool card. Kind of wish it was more centered. This is the one I was looking for in the set. Really cool. Bonds and Griffey. And then we got some notables. Just a couple cards that I thought were pretty interesting. I love catcher cards. So I got to have a Nelson Santovina. Catcher cards. That's a single hinged catcher glove. Catcher cards. All right, and then other notable. Jesse Barfield. Look what's behind him. He's probably there. The A's and the Yankees are playing probably at the Oakland Coliseum. Big old A's behind him. Thought that was cool. All right, and here's some of the Hall of Famers. Like I said, no notable rookies. There is like this is a 90, so this is the second year Frank Thomas card. The Big Hurt with the White Sox. George Brett. Wade Boggs. Gary Sheffield. Dave Stewart. Cal Ripken Jr. Still shortstop. This is second year Larry Walker. Look at this card. I thought this was interesting. Tom Glavine sliding into home plate. Huh. I know they don't have like short prints or like image variations. I think this would be the idea of the first image variation ever created. Tom Glavine sliding into home plate. He was actually a decent batter, so I imagine that's where they got it. Sorry about that. Tom Glavine sliding into home plate. Robin Yount. Paul Molitor missing the M. Edgar Martinez, Hall of Famer. Fernando Valenzuela. Lee Smith, inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame by the Veterans Committee. Harold Reynolds. Alan Trammell. Carlton Fisk, catcher card. Love it. Kirby Puckett. Tim Rock Raines. A lot of the same guys, 86 to 91. Obviously, there's some new guys. There's a John Smoltz. So that's, yeah, that's third year. So, Glavine? Nope, that's Smoltz. Ricky Henderson, still with the A's, trying to make it back to second base before he gets thrown out, huh? Gary Carter. Jack Morris. Tony Gwynn. He's looking back at the ump going, really? Really? I know a ball and a strike. There's Randy Johnson. A lot of the batters talk about how far off of the pitcher's mound he seemed to be with his long arms and his long reach. By the time he ended up tossing the ball, he was another, was something like 7 or 8 feet in front of the rubber, and that's what made him so unhittable. His speed, velocity, and the way he released the ball. Fred Lynn with the Padres. Ozzie Smith. Same picture I think we saw in the 86 Tops. Dwight Gooden. The Ekman. Kurt Gibson. Greg Maddux with the Cubs. Harold Baines with the A's. Joe Carter. Willie McGee with the A's. Dave Winfield. Lenny Dykstra. There's a Roger Clemens. Sammy Sosa. Ryan Sandberg. There's David Wells with the Blue Jays. Barry Larkin. I think that's his second-year card. Maybe not. Donnie Baseball. Matt Williams. Andres Galarraga. Dave Parker with the Brewers. Roberto Alomar. Tino Martinez. Juan Gonzalez. Eddie Murray with the Dodgers. Craig Biggio. Dwight Evans. Kurt Schilling on the Orioles. Oral Hershiser. Andre Dawson on the Cubs. Omar Vizcael, Mariners. There's the crime dog, Fred McGriff. Willie Randolph with the A's. Greg Vaughn. Sandy Alomar Jr. Rafael Finger-Pointing Palmeiro. Darryl Strawberry. Cecil Fielder. David Justice. That's his second-year card. And David Cohn. All right. So those are the two sets that I've gone through. That's some cool cards to look at. Again, a 91 Fleer. '91 Fleer and an 86 Topps. So thanks for watching. Give me a like, comment, or subscribe. I appreciate your comments, and I'll reply back. And if you got a YouTube channel and you subscribe to my channel, I'll check out to make sure to see if you got one. And if you got a channel, I'll hit you right back up. So, Charlie's Cards, thank you for your time. Over and out.